Hello everybody and welcome to the Lazy Craig Show. Today I'm going to talk about Battlefield 5 and why you shouldn't be worried. Like I said, I'm going to talk about Battlefield 5 and why you shouldn't be worried. Pre-order numbers, according to analysts, have been quite weak in comparison with Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2. So quite a few people are a bit worried that it won't sell as much as the others, but I think the worry is unwarranted. The problem is that Call of Duty Black Ops, well, not just Black Ops 4. I mean, Call of Duty in general is it's a game with a very short lifespan. Yeah, because they release one every year. But at the same time, it's a game you can very easily get bored of because it feels very samey, completely. Last year, I bought Call of Duty World War II almost straight away, and within 2-3 months, I got bored. And I actually ended up switching to Battlefield 1 instead, and I loved it. But I was looking at some numbers. And a lot of people are saying that it's because it's sandwiched between Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And in my opinion, only one of those is actually right. It's actually purely because of Red Dead Redemption 2. It has nothing to do with Call of Duty at all. The fact is that Battlefield generally does better in sales than Call of Duty anyway, because of the fact that it's larger, more expansive. It's much grander scale, so it lends itself to a lot more fun, a lot more strategy rather than just run and gun like Call of Duty does. And I was actually looking at the numbers for the Battlefield 1 pre-order numbers, but I only saw it in America, and it was only on Xbox One and PS4. And the pre-order numbers, I'm not sure what the exact numbers are right now because they haven't released the numbers right now. But I looked at say about a week before the Battlefield 1 beta, and the sales for pre-order sales for Call of Duty was about 163,000 total, whereas Battlefield 1 was 112,000 total. And it was actually pre-beta. And then what I did as well is I looked into the total sales for both games, and Battlefield 1 ended up selling almost double that. Well, just over double of Infinite Warfare. Yes, another Call of Duty came out after that. But the fact that it still ended up with 25 million sales, or the figure said 25 million players. So that I'm pretty sure that means sales because they count each player as individual, so it'd be like a sale. Whereas Infinite Warfare only sold 12 million, and even if the next Call of Duty sold 12 million, it would have still been less than Battlefield 1. I actually can't remember what the next one after Infinite Warfare was. I think it was Advanced Warfare. I can't remember now actually because I don't buy the Call of Duties every single year. I used to, but then I got bored and stopped playing. I looked at the post-beta results as well, and even then Battlefield 1 was still underselling when it came to pre-orders compared to Call of Duty. So to be honest, the numbers don't really matter at the end of the day because of the fact that Battlefield 1 did actually outsell Call of Duty. The problem is Red Dead Redemption 2. At the end of the day, Red Dead Redemption was out 5-6 years ago, and a lot of people have wanted a sequel for a long, long time. And the thing with Battlefield 5 is they already set their release date. It was rumored like about a year ago that they were going to have a new one out this year about October time. Whereas at that time, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was scheduled for March. So Battlefield 5 was never really going to compete with it because they were months apart. But then obviously the problem is that Red Dead Redemption 2 got delayed, and it's now coming out exactly 1 week after, which is definitely going to impact sales because Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be huge. But the thing is, Red Dead Redemption 2, it will also be a short lifespan game. A lot of people will play it a lot, but the longevity of the game will definitely depend on the multiplayer, because they will have multiplayer, and it really depends on how good that is and how whether people like it or not. I remember when I played the original Red Dead Redemption. Well, I say original. The original was actually Red Dead Revolver, but I mean, I remember when I played Red Dead Redemption multiplayer, I didn't like it because everyone just shot me all the time and killed me. Like I wanted to get into the game and see what multiplayer was about, and I think within Jesus, like a couple minutes of me just being riding around, someone was killing me, and then I would respawn, and people were killing me again. It had no end of grief, and in the end, I just didn't see it was worth it, because if I couldn't even do anything to even make something of myself in the game, because people were just killing me straight away, then I just didn't see what the point was. Um, Hopefully, it'll be different for Red Dead Redemption 2. I will give the multiplayer a go for definite. The problem is I'm not sure which of the games I'm going to buy. Ideally, I would like to buy one straight away and then buy one further down the line. It'll probably be, personally for me, it'll probably be Red Dead Redemption 2, because of the fact that with the Battlefield 5 Battlefield lifespan, it'll be a lot longer, so I can jump into it maybe a month or two later, and I wouldn't feel at a disadvantage or anything. So that's what I'll probably do. Because Battlefield 5 comes out October 19th and Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out October 26th. It's absolutely crazy. And then Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comes out the week before as well, on October 12th. But like I said, I don't think Black Ops 4 has anything to do with it. It's multiplayer only. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no single player at all. And I know people buy it for the multiplayer. But me, I usually buy the Call of Duty for the single player, actually, which is quite weird, because the single players are really short. But I was looking at some other stuff as well. No, I wasn't. But they've actually released the dates for the open beta for Battlefield 5. It's September 4th if you've pre-ordered the game, and September 6th if you haven't. So you only have to wait like 2 days, which is quite good. Although with Battlefield 5, you actually will get to play it on October 11th if you are a member of EA Access, Origin, whatever. And I think it's October 15th if you pre-order the deluxe edition, though. Yes, deluxe edition. If you just buy the game, it's October 19th. But it's not too long away. You know, Battlefield is a game where you don't really get an advantage for playing it longer. You get good weapons, but you know, some of the weapons aren't exactly miles apart in power or anything. But in my opinion, Battlefield 5 is going to be amazing anyway. The operations that have now been changed to grand operations, where they're changing it to like a 5-day war or 4-day war or something, where it actually how you do in each of the campaigns has an impact. Where like the last day is like you only have a certain amount of lives and that's it. Or you have one life, I don't know. But it's putting in a battle royale mode as well, which they did show off in the trailer. They show off in the trailer with the circle of fire closing in on everyone. Hopefully they do the battle royale quite well. I'm not sure if that's going to come out with the main game straight away or if that's going to be a bit later on. But hopefully it'll be good anyway. And I'm really looking forward to Battlefield 5 because, like I said, I'm going to Battlefield 1 actually earlier this year because I bought the Revolution Edition for quite cheap. It was like 20 quid, I think. So I gave it a go, and I did love it. And it kind of like made me never want to play Call of Duty again because it's so much better. Like, it's superior in every way, absolutely every way. Even the story is a lot better than what Call of Duty has been putting out lately. The only stories that Call of Duty have really done that are really good are Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops to an extent as well, maybe Black Ops 2. But to be honest, the Call of Duty stories, they're very much secondary. And maybe the Battlefield stories are secondary as well, but they're shorter campaigns, and just better in my opinion. I'll probably be getting it on PS4. I played Battlefield 1 on Xbox One, but I did buy a PlayStation 4 a few months ago because of God of War. So I'll probably stick to that now because there were so many games on PlayStation 4 that I missed because I was with Xbox for a few years, and I missed PlayStation 3 and I missed a lot of PlayStation 4 games, so I've got to catch up. I'm probably going to stick with that for a while. Yeah, so in my opinion, you don't need to be worried about Battlefield 5 at all. At the end of the day, it will probably outsell Call of Duty. And even if it doesn't, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't outsell Call of Duty, because people will get to it eventually. Like it if it doesn't outsell it within the first few months, it will at some point. Because, like I said, Call of Duty is the kind of game where you get bored of it eventually. And there are a lot of people, mind, who will buy Call of Duty for the single player. Because a lot of people don't like online, they like the stories. So there'll be a lot of people who will give this one a miss. Like me, for definite, I'm definitely giving it a miss. Because I only buy I mainly buy them for the story. The multiplayer is always secondary for me. Because like the multiplayer is usually quite toxic anyway. But whereas with Battlefield 5, I'll definitely buy it now for the multiplayer because the multiplayer is amazing. Seriously, I've never played multiplayer like Battlefield 1. It's absolutely ridiculously crazy. But a lot of people won't be buying it as well because of a woman with a bionic arm. Well, it's not a bionic arm, it's a prosthetic, which they actually did have back then, mind. But even if it was a man with a prosthetic, they'd moan about a prosthetic. People are mainly moaning about a woman anyway. But yeah, let me know what you think of Battlefield 5. Are you worried about Battlefield 5? You're looking forward to Battlefield 5? And will you be buying it, or will you be focusing on Red Dead Redemption 2? So let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, watch my previous videos, which will have already been up, and have a good day. Bye.